You're right there, mate.
I was like, do I come up now or not? Hello and welcome back to Alive Wellness. My name is Emma. We've got Mia here as well today, and we're going to be taking you through a really fun yoga Pilates class. But before we go into it, guys, please, if you do like this video, can you just remember to like, subscribe, comment, share it around. You honestly have no idea how much it helps us. All right,
Ready?
Straight into it.
Let's go.
We're going to start on our backs today. So I want you to just plant your feet into the mat here. Have your head fully released and bring your hands down by your side. Now, we're really nice and open through the chest. I want you to take a lovely big breath in. Allow the ribs to expand. Exhale, just sink deeper into the mat here. Now, I want you to just send your pelvis away from you. We're going to arch through the lower back and then tilt the pelvis towards us and just flatten the back down. And we're just finding a bit of mobility here through the spine. We're going to be taking it into a nice long core series and then a bit of glute work after. So we want to make sure that the back is nice and mobile, because then we're going to find that neutral position. So I want you to find that point between that arch and flatten, where our spine is in our neutral here. Now from here, you're going to keep your hips nice and still and level. I want you to really slowly float your right leg into tabletop, and then allow the left foot to join it here. Now make sure that you've not moved your lower back. From here, we're tapping that right toe down to the mat. Then you're going to engage those deep core muscles and float that leg back up. Other side, we tap and lift. So really work on that control here, that slow movement. And I want you to focus on those deep core muscles. We want to engage from within. So think transverse abdominals here, pelvic floor, those lower abs. Now let's add our breath into the movement. Exhale to tap, inhale to lift. We want to be nice and open through the collarbones, nice and relaxed through the ribs. All of the work is coming into the stomach. We're here for 3, 2, let's take one more. I want you to keep those legs in tabletop for me. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. Now allow the head to release into your hands. I want you to come up for a crunch. Now as you curl up, look towards your belly, then gently release out on the way down. Let's keep those legs in tabletop today. Exhale up, inhale down. You want your elbows in your peripheral vision, so they're really wide here. We're releasing the head into the hands. You're using the breath to find that contraction through the core. Now, if at any point this is too much on your lower back, you can place the feet back down. So you have got that option there. But again, we think neutral spine. So as you crunch up, try not to flatten your back down. As you release, try not to arch your lower back away. We keep it in that functional position the whole time. Let's take 3 more here. The abs should already be firing up. We go for 2. Now on that next one, I want you to stay in your crunch for me. Now we're going to bring our hands by our side. They're just hovering off your mat. We're looking towards our belly. We're going to pulse the arms up and down. We work into our hundreds here. Again, if this is too much through your lower back, place your feet on the ground. We do the exact same movement. Those arms are coming up and down, really quick, really percussive here. Let's focus in on that breath. We breathe in for 5 of our pulses and out for 5. Now, if you're feeling tension through your neck, you can bring one hand behind, hold your neck for a few of those pulses, and then switch just to really support the head. Otherwise, we're building endurance into our core now. In for 5 pulses and out for 5. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's lift up a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it on one stay. Now you're going to replace your hands back behind your head. I want you to release your head down onto the mat. Place the feet down if they're still up here. We're doing one round of oblique crunches. So you're going to bring your opposite elbow, so the left elbow here, to the opposite knee. Bring that right knee into tabletop. Crunch across the body. Release down. Let's alternate sides. Crunch across. Release down. Use that exhale up. Use that inhale down. So remember, we always focus on the breath. The breath guides the movement. We want to really let that breath out help us into the hard part of the movement, into the contraction of the muscle. Let's keep this going for another 5, 4, 3. Really twist the entire torso here. We go for 2, last 1, and release here. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze, rock side to side. The core should be nice and awake now. We've activated from the inside out. You're going to extend your legs long for me. Reach your arms up overhead. Now really reach through those fingertips all the way to the toes. We have lots of energy through the body. Let's take that inhale, fill the body up with oxygen. As you exhale, we press the arms towards the air. We're going to bring our head to our chest. We're going to roll up. Now you're reaching to your feet. I want you to come all the way up to sitting, stack nice and tall. Then try to reach over. You can place your hands on your shins, maybe your feet, release your head. You might be a yogi like Mia and be all the way down over your legs. Enjoy that stretch for a second. Before we restack our spine, we come back up. We're going to flip over onto our hands and knees now. So we're in a 4-point kneeling position here. Now from here, I want you to have your shoulders over your wrists, your knees underneath your hips. Now rather than arching that lower back, we're trying to draw or wrap the ribs in towards each other and activate gently into the belly. You're shifting your weight through your right knee. We're going to tuck both our toes under, and that left leg is going to come up towards the ceiling or the sky here. We're going to keep the knee bent, lift it up, then tuck it all the way back into your chest. So we kick it up nice and slow, tuck it back in. Now as we move here, I want you to think of activating into that left glute. We want to try keep our spine still. We keep that neutral position. So you might like to imagine that you've got a string through the crown of your head. Someone is pulling at that string, lengthening your spine. And then the movement just comes from the left hip through that left leg. Now we're squeezing into that glute as the leg comes up. Let's go for 3 more here. Inhale each time you tuck. Exhale each time you bring that leg up. Last one, you're going to hold it up for me. And we're just going to pulse it here. So squeeze deeper into that glute. Really put pressure through the arms. Stay nice and stable through the core. For 3, 2, we're going to hold it up on 1. Now I want you to point through those left toes. You're going to extend your leg out long. Then you're going to flex the foot, curl the leg back in. Think hamstrings here. Point, extend, flex and curl. Create that tension for yourself. The higher up that leg is, the more work we're going to be getting through that hamstring and glute. Let's inhale to extend, exhale to bend. Now let's check in with those ribs again. We're not allowing them to flare out. We're drawing them in towards each other. Staying really strong in the torso. We want to set ourselves up with strength in the body. We go 2 more here. Lovely. On that next one, you're going to keep your leg out long. Now from here, I want you to just focus on the arms for a second. We're going to wrap the elbows in so that the elbows are pointing to the back of our mat. Our arms are going to hug our body. Tuck your left knee to your chest. As you extend it out long, we're coming down for a tricep push-up. Lower to the mat. Press back up. Tuck your knee into your chest. Now let's exhale as we come down. Inhale as you come up and tuck. Beautiful. Keep that neck long. Keep looking towards the front of your mat. We go for 3, 2. Let's take 1 more here. We're going to hold it down and just stay for a second. Just for 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. From here, I want you to just send your hips back. We're just going to come to kneeling. Let's just release the wrists before we do that second side. We're going to spin around on our mats, Mia, so they can see the leg that we're working. Let's come back to our 4-point kneeling. Same position, nice and active through the stomach. Let's shift our weight onto our left knee this time, tucking those toes. That right leg is going to kick up. We tuck it in. Now let's flex that foot here. Exhale up, inhale to tuck. Now if you are feeling a bit too much pressure through the hands here, you can make fists with your hands. So you've got that option to protect the wrists. You can also come down onto your forearms for a few reps here. So just giving those wrists a little break if you need to. Allowing yourself to be really strong through the core is going to help relieve some pressure from the wrists. So we don't want to think about sinking down. We want to think about lifting up, being a bit lighter through the body. Now next time that leg is up, we're going to hold it and we're going to take pulses here. So again, we squeeze deeper into that right glute. Small little pulses for 3, 2. Let's hold it on 1. Now from here, we're going to point through that right foot. We're going to extend our leg long. Flex, curl back in. Point, extend, find that length in the leg. Flex, we bring it back in. We work that hamstring. Stay with me. Last little bit of work here. So really find that strength through the body. The entire body stays active. We go for 3. Use that breath, let it flow. We go for 2. I want you to keep that leg out long now. Now this time we're going to open the hands out wide on our mat. As we come down for that push-up, our elbows are going to lead out. So let's start by tucking the knee into our chest. Extend that leg, come down for a nice wide chest push-up. All the way down, press back up, tuck back in. Exhale as we come down. Inhale to come back up. Now allow the breath to guide you as you move here, to guide the pace of your movement. We go for 3, 2. Let's take one more. I want you to stay down again. We're just going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Let's come back up. I want you to press into child's pose. Allow your knees to open out wide. Send the hips back. Release your hips down, lower the head. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. So allow your body to sink into the mat.
So child's pose invites us to slow down now. Just really rest your forehead into the mat, and you might even roll the forehead a little side to side just to give yourself a nice little massage for the brain, for the thoughts. You come back to center and you close your eyes, and I really just want you to allow yourself to melt into the floor here. The sacrum starts to soften. And again, we just come back to that breath that's always there for us to guide us, to ground us when life seems all a little busy. Take a final deep breath and feel the belly start to rise on top of the thighs. Let it go on your exhale. Let the arm bones feel a little heavier. And then I'd like you to walk your fingertips a little bit further away from you. So really reach towards the top of your mat here. And then as you stand into the shins, we're kind of coming up into an angry cat pose. As you breathe in, we're rounding the back of the heart forward, rolling onto the front of the knees, and maybe you come to half plank, or maybe it's a little cobra pose. As you breathe in, we're dropping the shoulders, elbows close to the ribs. And as you breathe out, we're pressing through the hands, guiding the hips back to a little child's pose. So we come in with each breath now. As you inhale, we round the spine. Chin comes towards the chest. Uncurl the spine into your cobra. Exhale, rounding the spine back to your child's pose. And really begin to enjoy this move, guys. We've got one more left together. Breathing in, coming forward and up. If you'd like to stay in your cobra, you stay here. Option to lift the knees into your upward facing dog now. Draw the shoulder blades together. Downward facing dog, we press into the hands and feet, tuck your toes under. Breathing in, lift the hips up to the sky. Now here, just really allow your head and neck to go. Give them a little shake side to side. Pedal out your feet, maybe bend one knee. And then take a moment to bend the other knee, just taking your little dog for a walk here now. Beautiful. Find a static down dog. Soften your knees a little more to lift your hips a little higher. We come to our Vinyasa flow today. We breathe in, the right leg comes up to the sky. As you inhale, send it high, spread the toes. Good, look to the left toes, maybe you're lifting the left heel. Breathing out, right knee comes towards the nose. Stand quietly in between the hands. Soften the back knee a little. Inhale, rise on up through crescent lunge. Hands to the sky, take a deep breath in. Good. As you exhale, we're cactusing the arms. Soften the back knee a little bit. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Good. Inhale, rise on up through the feet. Two more just like that. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Beautiful. One more time like that. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, stay with me in that low lunge, cactusing the arms. Take the fingertips behind your spine now. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles back and down, and start to extend that back leg long. So my chest is now reaching over my thigh now. The crown of the head shines forward, back heel is really lifted. Option to stay in your arrowhead here, or option to float the back leg up in space for warrior 3. Good. You might just stay right here, or you might turn your heart a little closer to the ground for toppling tree. The focus is on. Take a breath, release into that right leg. Beautiful. How quietly can you step back? Warrior 2, left foot backwards, open up the arms, land the right arm forward, left arm back, and really deep bend in the knee here. Good. Inhale, we rise both arms to the sky. Turn the right toes in for star pose. Really spread the fingers. Option here to lift the heels to find a little bit more space in the belly. Good. Start to soften the back knee, the left knee. Hands come to your heart center for Skandasana, deep yogi squat into the left knee. Good. Lifting the right toes if you like. Turn in that direction. Hands come to the back of your mat now for low lunge. Good. Sink the hips down, looking forward. Good. We take our Vinyasa flow. Hands come down to the floor. Quietly step back, high plank pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward over your 10 toes. Exhale, option to always drop the knees, lower down with grace, elbows close to the body. Breathing in, your option, Chaturanga Dandasana, lifting the heart. Take a breath in, broaden the chest. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips come up to the sky. We make our way back round the mat and just take a moment to not push so hard through the ground. Just pour your body weight into the floor. Left leg rises on the inhale, take it high. Enjoy that stretch on the back of the right leg. Left knee comes in towards your chest. You know the sequence. Left foot in between the hands. Rise on up with your breath. Arms to the sky. Inhale, reach them high. Good. It's those little bends at the back knee. Cactus your arms. Exhale, open the chest. Two more. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, deep bend. Open the chest. Draw the shoulders together. Inhale, rise it up. Good, well done. Exhale, take it low, hover there for a moment. Option to interlace your fingers behind your spine. Maybe the opposite thumb on top now, awkward bind. Good, extend that back leg so you shoot your torso forward, look to the left toes. Option to stay right there. Or option to lift that right leg in space, hovering warrior 3. Focus is gazing towards the center of the earth. Again, option for toppling tree. Good. Maybe it's a little windy. Doesn't matter. The shakes are what makes this pose important. Good. Right toes back of the mat, open warrior two. Windmill the arms, then land with a deep bend in the left knee. Gaze through the left middle finger, spread the feet, take a breath. Beautiful. Inhale, arms float high, turn the left toes in, reach them high. Hands to your heart center, Skandasana, deep bend in the right knee, deep yogi squat, good. Turning all the way back now, 360, hands to the front of the mat, low lunge, lift the chest, think cobra spine. Now plant the hands, right foot back to the left, high plank pose. Take your final flow with us today. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower down with grace. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the chest and chin. Lovely. Roll your spine back to a child's pose. We take a recovery breath here before coming into our peak pose today. Rest your forehead down. Imagine there's a big pair of warm hands coming to press on your lower back. Lovely. For those of you wanting to try an inversion today, I suggest grabbing a wall behind you. If not, we're going to take our forearms onto the ground. Come up onto all fours with your forearms today. I'd like you to grab your fingers around the sides of your elbows. Good. And if you haven't done headstand before, I'd suggest coming to bring a wall behind you. So what we're going to do now, come to interlace your fingers softly around each other. Open your palms towards your face and the crown of the head, just as if you're a little puppet having a string on the top, is going to place just in front of your hands here. Now, option one, to just press into your elbows, tuck your toes under and lift your hips to the sky. This is going to be option one today. If you have a wall behind you, we walk the feet as close towards the elbows as you can. And option two, one leg lifts to the sky. Good. If you're feeling confident with a wall behind you, you can kick up into full headstand. Left leg reaches up. And we're here for 3 breaths. Well done, Emma. Take a breath, feet standing onto the sky.
Didn't know I signed up for
this. Beautiful. Good. Yoga Lattes. Movement with breath makes us feel strong. Take a final breath wherever you are. Good. Legs come back down to the ground. You will feel ready for the day now, child's pose. Well done. Yoga and Pilates are nourishing for the body, but also makes us feel strong. That's what me and Emma love about what we do. Come up to all fours when you're ready. We're coming down to our back. So take your feet to one side. We're not finished. We're coming down to our seat. Bring the tops of the feet onto the ground. Hug behind your thighs and walk your feet as close to your sit bones. Last little challenge for today, then we're done. Boat pose, we lift the shins parallel to the ground, really flexing in the feet. Lifting the breastbone forward. Your option is to now release the hands. If you're feeling a little funky and strong today, I invite you to extend the legs long. We're going to stay for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, we drop the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades together. The trembles start, the shakes begin. Good. After that Pilates class, let's feel the burn. Good. And then slowly lower all the way down, ankles to the ground, full body stretch on your inhale, arms up to the sky. Good. Exhale, windmill those arms back beside you, palms open wide. Let's just rest here for a little moment for mindfulness. Shavasana. We shuffle the shoulders down, away from the ears. You allow the back of the head to rest on the ground. You allow your awareness to sink deep into the middle of your face. Can you feel your heart beating now? Maybe you can even feel the pulsing of blood running through your veins. This is what makes us feel alive. Movement with breath, moving together wherever you are in the world. So I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. Breathing deeply, and on every exhale, sinking a little deeper into the ground. The yoga mat is always here to hold you whenever life gets too busy. So stay here for as long as you need. We hope you enjoyed this Yoga Lattes flow. From Emma and I, thank you for practicing. Namaste.